Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a March favourites video of all the things I've been loving throughout the month of March. Mainly beauty items, but there are a couple of random bits in there too, so let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about today is the Witch Overnight Clearing Serum. My skin has been bad recently. Now my skin's always bad, I've always had acne and it's just always been a big thing in my life. I've got spots, that's the way it goes. And recently though it's got really bad to the point where I'm finding a new spot every single day and it's just a nightmare at putting makeup on and it's getting me really down. So I was kind of looking for a miracle solution to try and get my spots sorted out, and I dug out the old Witch Overnight Clearing Serum, which is a product that I've loved for quite a while now, ever since it was launched. I think it was maybe last year or the year before. And I just pop this on all over my skin at night and I just find it really helps reduce any redness. It helps dry out my spots, and sometimes it like encourages them to go to a head so that they're gone sooner, if that makes sense. It's obviously got witch hazel in it and it's really affordable, and I've recommended this to quite a few of my friends and they all say that they really like it. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking this out if you do suffer with spots. Sticking with skincare, I have been trying out a new brand recently, and that is Elemental Herbology. I had heard of the brand and I'd seen a few of the products, but I'd never actually tried any of them myself. But I was recently sent a few to test and I have been absolutely loving them. In particular, I've really been enjoying using the Cool and Clear Facial Cleanser. It looks like this. First of all, I love the packaging. I just think it looks really sleek and nice in my bathroom, and I adore the smell. I think all of Elemental Herbology's products are very natural, and I just find this is a pleasure to use. Like, I haven't really noticed a huge difference in my skin from using it, but I've just really been enjoying using it. It's nice to know that I'm putting something that's so full of like natural goodness on my skin, and yeah, basically just dampen your skin, pop some of this on. It smells amazing and it just really makes especially my evening skincare routine, it just makes it really enjoyable. So yeah, I have been loving that product. Now, as I said, my skin has not been in a very good shape recently and I have really had to up my concealer game, because I usually kind of don't use concealer. I just rely on my Estee Lauder Double Wear to just whack that on and maybe dab a little bit on any spots that I get. But I found that that hasn't been enough for these spots. They are that horrendous. So I actually picked up the Camouflage Cream from Dermacolour. My sister actually gave me this because she wasn't using it and I knew that it was a really good product because I'd seen it on Ford, aka My Pale Skin. I'd seen it on her YouTube channel and she'd used it to cover up spots and it worked really well. So as soon as I sort of realised my sister had it, I was like, please can I have it, because my skin is in a mess, and she kindly let me have it. So basically you get 5 different cream concealers in here, all different shades. I think they do like a light, a dark, a medium. I think they do all those, but you get like a different mix of shades in here anyway. So I tend to find I use the first 2. I use this one when I'm not tanning and I use this one when I'm tanned. And then there are some more pinker shades in there which I haven't really found a use for yet, but I'm sure they will come in. These are super creamy concealers and their coverage is phenomenal. A little bit goes a really long way, and I just find that they are the only thing that will really cover my spots and will stay put as well throughout the day. Because I know a lot of concealers that are quite creamy can sort of slip off throughout the day, whereas I find these last really well. So I totally recommend these. They are about £19 I think to buy the set, but I think it's really worth it for what you get, so yeah, definitely recommend those. I recently ran out of my all-time favourite primer, which is Benefit's Professional, and it's my go-to. It's the one I always use. It achieves amazing results, but I was recently a little bit tight for money and I didn't want to splurge on it, because for me spending £20 on a primer is a lot of money, even though I know that it is worth it. So I just had a little rummage around my makeup drawers and I thought, if I've got a primer in here, I'm just going to use that, and you know, once that's run out then I'll go out and buy the Benefit one. And I discovered, I have no idea where this came from, I'm not sure if it came in a beauty box or something like that, but I literally have not used it before and I just found it in my makeup stash. And it's the Pixi Flawless and Poreless primer. Again, like the Benefit one, this is a pore minimising primer, which is what I always look for. I always look for mattifying and pore minimising. It's oil free and it says it's hydrating and hypoallergenic and it's for all skin types, so I thought I'd give it a go. Now it's really different in consistency to the Benefit Professional. It doesn't make your skin feel like silk like the Professional one does, but I have found that it does work really well at keeping my skin matte. I haven't noticed that kind of airbrush look that you get with Professional with it, but I do think it's a really good primer and it has been the one that I've been reaching for every day throughout March. So I just thought I'd pop it in here. If you are looking for like an alternative to the Benefit Professional, I would recommend checking out Pixi Flawless and Poreless. And I don't really use that many Pixi products, so it's nice to just try something a little bit different. And yeah, I've really been enjoying using it. Onto a nail polish now, or sort of a nail polish brand slash one of their ranges, that's the word I'm looking for, and it is the Essence the Gel Nail Polish. I absolutely love Essence makeup full stop, especially the nail polishes. They're so affordable and they are amazing quality. I definitely think that they're giving Barry M a run for their money. I'm really loving the whole gel nail polish thing at the moment, the really super shiny, super like opaque, bright nails, and Essence have jumped on that bandwagon and they've got the new gel nail polish range. And it's amazing. Yeah, I have been wearing this blue one, as you can see. Sorry if it looks a little bit all over my nails. I've only just painted them. And when I paint my nails, I paint them, but I don't like go around them with like a Q-tip or anything like that. I just think when I keep washing my hands, eventually the bits around the edges will come off. I know, it's probably like, so many like nail people are probably like, oh my god, that's like so lazy, but you know what, life's too short to sort of sit there doing that. I can't be doing with it. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I love them. I think they're about maximum probably £4 for one nail polish. I'm sure they're cheaper than that. And they're just amazing. You only really need one coat. I did use two, but you only really need one. And they dry quickly and they don't chip and they just look so nice on the nails. And they look really expensive when they're totally not. So yeah, definitely recommend the Essence nail polish range, in particular the gel polish, and also I adore their sparkly polishes as well. They're really, really, really nice. Onto a more high-end product now, and it is the Rhodial Instaglam Compact Deluxe Translucent HD Powder. So when I'm looking for powders, I'm always looking for translucent and HD, just because I get really, really oily skin and I find that all other powders don't really cut it when it comes to mattifying. So basically this is a mattifying skin perfector, which it says has an optical skin tensing effect. I've no idea what that means, but I have been really, really, really loving using this. Although I always go for translucent HD powders, I don't think I've had one that is actually pressed before. They've always been, that was my phone, they've always been like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Loose. Loose is the word I'm looking for. They've always been loose, and I find that I end up using way more than I should, and I have this like ghost effect over my face, which is never a good look. However, with this one, obviously it's pressed, which means it's not going to get in a mess anywhere, it's not going to fall everywhere when you put it on. And I just love it. It is so, so, so soft. It feels like how Professional feels, and it just keeps your skin really mattified and shine-free and looking flawless all day long, and I just love it for that. My skin gets shiny really, really easily, and I find it hard to find a powder that can cut it, but this one definitely does. Obviously it's a little bit pricey, but it's totally worth the money, and it is just like, look at the packaging, it's so pretty, the packaging. Just really like luxe product that I really love using, so yeah, definitely recommend this, and it's got a cute little mirror so you can use it on the go. Love it. Finally, onto my last beauty product. Don't worry, I have got a couple of random favourites coming up though. And it is the James Read Overnight Tan. This is the Sleep Mask Tan Face. It's a bit of a mouthful. I blogged about this recently. Basically, when it comes to tanning and my face, I always have a little bit of a nightmare because I don't really like using the products that I use on my body, on my face. Especially, as I say, I have really bad skin. And I have really bad pores and blackheads and all that gross stuff. So when I put that kind of tan on my face, it sits in all those pores and it just looks disgusting. And I don't really like doing it because I feel like it clogs my pores up as well. So I've always been on the lookout for a nice face tan in particular, and I've used a few gradual tans, but I've never like found like a full-blown tan for your face until I came across the James Read one, and I just love it. It comes out clear and you pop it on. It doesn't smell horrible. You just smooth it in all over your face like you would a moisturiser, and in the morning you wake up looking alive, in my case, because normally I wake up and I look like a corpse. But this gives me such a nice glow, and it actually makes me feel so much more confident without my makeup on. Yeah, this just makes my skin feel like look really nice and golden, and it doesn't sit in my pores, and it doesn't leave my skin feeling greasy or clogged or anything like that, and I just absolutely love it. It's not the cheapest, I think it's about £25. However, I recently picked up the bigger one, which I actually meant to bring in here, but I think I've forgotten it. I picked up the bigger one from TK Maxx for just £10, and it's normally like I say, £25 to £35. So I definitely recommend checking out TK Maxx and their beauty section if you're thinking about getting the overnight tan but you don't want to pay full whack. So yeah, I really love this. Okay, so on to random favourites now, and first up it is a food item, because I love food, and it is the Foodie Market Delectable Date and Orange Fruit Bar. This is from Aldi, and recently I've been trying to get a little bit more healthy with my eating and snacking on fruit and healthier things, and I am a big snacker, so it really does matter to me what I have to snack on. I would love to snack on chocolate all day, but that's not good for my waistline or my health. So I was kind of looking for different things, and I know there are like the naked bars and stuff like that that are really good for you, but they're quite pricey. So when I went into Aldi and I found this date and orange fruit bar, I just thought I'd give it a go, because you know, there's no harm in trying. It was only like £1.20 or something for a pack of 5 or 6, not sure. And oh my god, I'm addicted to these now. It is delicious. If you've got a sweet tooth, you will love this. It's so yummy. I've not tried any of the other flavours, but I love this one. And basically it's just a baked fruit bar, so it is just like the, what are they called? Are they called naked bars or cocoa bars? Or I think they're called naked bars. It's just like them, but it is cheaper and so delicious. Absolutely love this. So the next thing on my favourites, and the last thing actually, is a Netflix series that I've been loving recently, and that is Jessica Jones. I hadn't really heard much about this before. I just saw it pop up on my Netflix and I saw that it had got really good reviews, so I thought, why not give it a go? And oh my god, I got so addicted to it. There's only one series and I've finished that series already, but it is really good. I didn't realise that it was a Marvel thing to begin with, so I just sort of went into it thinking it was about this personal investigator, which it is, but she happens to have like superhuman strength, and there are other people that have different powers in this world that she's in, which is New York, but it's like obviously Marvel New York, which I think they call Hell's Kitchen or something. I don't know. I don't know much about Marvel, so I apologise to any Marvel fans. Once I got past the fact that she had humans, like superhuman strength and all that jazz, I was really hooked on it and I thought it was really good. I particularly love David Tennant in it. He plays the baddie and he is amazing, like incredible. I love him as an actor anyway, but he does an amazing baddie. And basically what it's about is this personal investigator who has got this superhuman strength thing, and then it's about the bad guy who, I can't remember his name now. It's about the bad guy, David Tennant basically, and he has the ability to make you do anything he wants. So he'll just, if he told you to hit yourself on the head, you would have to hit yourself on the head. And it's kind of to do with her relationship with him and like her trying to beat him, and it's just, it's so good, and I totally recommend it if you are into those kind of like crime slash little bit strange, almost verging on fantasy. Yeah, I loved it, absolutely loved it, totally recommend it. So that is all of my favourites today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!